Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 164 alongside a very happy Josh Barnett, who picked up a big win tonight. Josh, I gotta say, impressive, but I'm a little disappointed. We're dancing in Milwaukee, my friends. This is a happy man. But hey, what about that post-fight interview? Were you saving it for me?
Yes, I was saving it for you. Of course I was. I gotta be honest with you. This, as grim as this may sound, and I don't have any qualms about throwing the truth out there as far as how I feel. Stitch comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, where's my hug, you son of a bitch?" And I'm like, it took me this long to pull out of that spot where I'm at, where everybody in the audience just looks like a target full of blood, and just bust them open. So, and that's not even because they booed, it's just because they breathed. And it's not personal, I go places, but
what did you want to say?
Well, what did I want to say? I want to say, I'm Josh Barnett, this is...
Oh, Ariel, I'm Ariel.
Yeah. And we are the Twin Titans of Judah.
Yes. Coming to an arena near you.
Yes.
But you said you had a big post-fight interview planned.
Did I?
On Monday on my show, you said you had something special planned for us.
Oh. Well, I must have forgot it when Frank punched me in the face at some point. He knocked my right lobe off about a half a hair. Just went out the toilet.
Well, let me ask you this. You brought out the heavyweight belt on Monday.
I did.
Now you said this was kind of the symbolic defense of that title.
It is. And in a way, like I said, the likelihood of Frank and I matching up back then did exist. And with, maybe 5 events, let's say, or five or 8, depending on how often they wanted to fight the title and defend it, I could have easily met Frank back then. And there was a lot of people when I was in Pride at certain points where they would rank Frank over me, which I knew at the time was absolute UFC bias. It had nothing to do with who was the better fighter. So, part of me always had a little bit of chip on my shoulder. And I think Frank had a chip on his shoulder, too, of hearing the comparisons. So having this fight done is great. I mean, if he doesn't like the stoppage, too, I mean, he always knows whenever, wherever, I mean, we're good to go. But
do you think it was a good stoppage?
No, I wanted to keep going. I didn't want it stopped. I didn't want it stopped. I had things to show. I had things to prove. I wanted to make sure this was absolute. But I understood to a degree why they did stop it is because of the sudden drop like that. So the referee was like 90% there, stopped the fight immediately because he thinks the guy's done. I mean, he's just trying to save a guy like Frank, but Frank doesn't want to be saved, and neither would I.
Let's end on this. I remember in Dallas when you returned to Zuffa after they purchased Strikeforce, hard times. You talked about hard times and everything you've been through. And now here you are back in the UFC. You come back. You look fantastic. You finish Frank Mir. And I sense it. You're very happy right now. And you're a guy who's been through a lot. No matter what happens afterwards, can you at least kind of put, everything to rest? Can you put a bow on the UFC run? Because you came back, you did something great, and now let's see what happens, but at least it feels like the hard times are gone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hard times still exist. I think I got cheated out of a knockout of the night, to be perfectly honest. So there's hard times, and $50,000 not ending up in my little hot hands. And Todd, let me tell you what, I could use $50,000 like anybody out here. I tell you, you put $50,000 in front of Dana White, he's gonna go, I could use another limousine. I could use another set of python skin boots, whatever may have you. The man has needs, as we all do. So I feel like if you're not hungry, if you're not itching for that darkness, that spot that drives you, that whatever it is that keeps you hungry, then you need to quit. So forever until I quit is there hard times for me, but there's even harder times for my opponents.
Thank you, Josh. Congratulations.
Thank you.